Brad's not here to do it. Someone
Welcome.
has to.
Welcome, one and welcome all. Um, so here we are, back in the lost mine of Phandelver. Well, not in the mine yet.
Not yet.
Nope.
We're not?
Not yet.
What have we been doing this whole time?
You're getting lost.
Sticking around.
Dude,
Yeah.
some crazy druid had us running his errands for him.
So last
And
time
then someone was like, let's kill her.
Don't know who that was.
Yeah, so it's been a while, but last time you guys managed to kill a young green dragon named Dragonfang.
Dragonfang!
It's pretty impressive. Basically, he was incapacitated by Tasha's hideous laughter the entire time.
Yes, that's right.
It was pretty
And he
clutch.
killed your goblin side or your companion, your goblin side piece, Droop.
please, no. Please don't. We don't need that energy in the campaign.
They might call me Droop, but so yeah.
He was our fluffer.
Oh god. That's why they call him Droop.
And he's officially been canceled.
He's actually the anti-droop.
Right. It's an ironic name.
It is ironic, yeah.
So Droop was destroyed by the dragon plummeting to the ground under the spell of Tasha's hideous laughter.
He was the runway to the green dragon. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Prior to that, you all tried to outsmart the dragon a couple ways. First, you tried to charm, and I actually forget the guy's name, but one of the two cultists that you captured. I forget the guy's name. It was
Andor
and Malbeth. Yeah, that's right.
Yep, Andor.
So you managed to charm Andor and send him to the dragon. He walked right through the spider webs first, and you almost got killed by some spiders. Then you managed to survive, and Andor tried to make a deal with the dragon, and the dragon kind of shrugged him off, but was like, if you bring the sort of one that's lurking around, then we'll do it. And you tried to send the mouse familiar, and that was not what he was talking about. And then you realized it was the druid. You offered up Rydoth. Rydoth ran away. Apparently Bigglesby was only joking. Says
That was me that did that?
Well, I'm assuming.
Little old me? No.
I don't remember doing that at all.
I feel like it was.
You definitely tossed out the idea, I think.
Yeah, but I feel like I don't remember if it was Joe or if it was Oscar or Ryan who decided that did sound like a good idea, or like entertained it.
Did I
was
Chris, the player, say it as a joke?
I mean, that also could be possible, yeah.
Or was it like?
I think you were discussing it and you forgot that Rydoth was right there in his squirrel form or in his rat form, and then he just kind of like disappeared.
Oscar was very much so against the idea of sacrificing the druid for the dragon.
I think it was clear, Ryan who was sort of emotionlessly like, this is a means to an end.
Yeah. But you still managed to, then the dragon took flight, and then kind of ambushed you, and you were trying to run away, but then you were forced to fight it, and you fought it and killed it. Andor did die in the process. Malbeth almost died and also ran away during your combat. You seemed to be gaining her trust until you were willing to sacrifice Andor in order to just like do what you wanted to do. And so maybe she'll appear again. Maybe she will not.
I have a feeling she will. That will probably come back to haunt us.
And then, that was kind of it. It took a long time because we had to go through all the plans. I will say another big piece of the puzzle was, the dragon left and Ryan and Bigglesby decided to go in and loot. And Oscar, I think y'all did. And then you didn't realize that the dragon was just hoping to lure out whoever was around.
Yes.
And so as soon as you were there, he descended upon you. You were able to walk out with some treasure.
What a tricky bitch.
Where'd it go? One of which, so you grabbed an axe, a battle axe that you could read the dwarvish, called Hew, Hew, not Hugh, I'm Hugh the Battle Axe. Hello.
I kind of want to call it Hugh as in the human name.
Yeah,
Hugh.
we're retconning that.
Yeah.
It's a rusty axe. But it's a little misleading. You realize that it was a magical axe. I think you figured out that it was used to destroy a forest protected by dryads. So you have an idea that it would do very well. Well, I'll just tell you, it deals max damage against plant creatures or objects made of wood.
God, that's so good.
So that would have been helpful against the plant monsters that you fought before.
Yeah, truth.
And then you also you couldn't grab all there were some jeweled goblets in a bunch of silver and gold. But because it was kind of late, said you could only grab the axe and maybe something else. And Chris managed to grab a scroll of lightning bolt, which then he used against Venomfang, which did a ton of damage against Venomfang, if I remember correctly.
You are.
Yep. And I'm pretty sure that you were not able to get any other treasure while you ran out. Maybe some gold and silver, I don't remember, but I mean, I'll just say the hoard is there, so we can always go back and get whatever you want. And that's where we're at.
Cool.
So you did not get, unless you can find Rydoff and he stays true to his word, you did not get the location of Way of Echo Cave, but you do know where Cragmaw Castle is, which seems to be the base of operations for the goblins and bugbears and whoever it is who's called the Spider, as well as the wizard Glassstaff, who was the head of the Red Brands that reported to that group.
Right.
And that is where we're at. And Bron is taking a long rest after the battle.
Post dragon killing. Do you want to talk about our level up quick?
Yeah. So you all got to level 4. So what cool features or special things did you take or do you want to share? And you don't have to share everything if you want some things to be a surprise.
The main one for me was sharpshooter, which I imagine we're all familiar with. But I did kind of debate sharpshooter or I think it's called piercer.
Okay.
Where
I'm not familiar with piercer.
I think it's called piercer.
It's a half feat, so you get 1 dex or maybe strength.
You do. So I could have brought my dex up to 18 from 17, and then piercer basically allows you to re-roll a damage die.
Oh, cool.
That's
when
cool.
you hit, which is interesting.
And then something else happens on a crit, right?
Something else happens on a crit. I think you roll 1 extra dice.
Oh, right.
I believe. Right. So it's got a lot of little cool things.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Sharpshooter, I feel like for a ranger is kind of outrageous.
A ranged ranger.
A ranged ranger.
That's what I took on my ranger in Baldur's Gate 3.
Piercer?
And no, that doesn't
sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter.
Yeah.
And he was just mowing everything down.
Yeah.
He was doing the most damage by a lot, I feel like, by that point.
That's so cool.
I would say, no, that could be really OP, but I almost want to say that because you're a Dro, that we could even add a little bit of homebrew to since it doesn't, one of the big things is being able to attack from as far as possible without disadvantage, saying maybe it nullifies your disadvantage in sunlight or something like that. I don't know. I mean, what do y'all, I know that's a huge thing, but do you think that would be fair? Someone,
I think that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, sunglasses, just give the man sunglasses.
Only with ranged attack.
You guys talk it over. Whatever you guys want to agree on. That's between DM player relationship. So you guys go wild with it. Yeah.
Maybe up to a certain range.
Yeah. Maybe within normal range, you don't get the disadvantage anymore. Or something. I don't know. Well, we can talk since there's not.
Workshop it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing to figure out today, but I like that idea because that would be awesome. Because our first battle in the sun was rough.
Battle in the sun.
Right.
It's my fault for taking a Dro, but
yeah. Well, once you get to that cave, man.
It's your fault for accidentally recreating Dritz.
Yeah. I had no clue.
Okay, so real quick, because I told JD about this too. So Oscar is originally he was from Candlekeep, and he had like this kind of like tumultuous relationship with like a wizard, like who was like the kind of like wizard of like this castle or whatever. And I never realized it because I never played the games, but apparently that's like the original storyline to fucking Baldur's Gate.
Yep. I was
Oh,
like, you just
really?
recreated Baldur's Gate.
So
Wait,
I
what?
accidentally recreated Baldur's Gate. You accidentally recreated Dritz. Like I don't know what Chris's character is recreating, but
I'm sure something at this
we
rate.
got a trend, man. Like,
Bigby. He's recreating
yeah.
Bigby.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Dude, that's
basically is
fucking
Bigby.
funny.
We're just fucking knockoff D&D at this point.
Oh my god, that would actually be the best story for him ever if he's secretly Bigby from the past. Just traveling to the
Oh,
future.
yeah.
Or like an alternate universe or something.
But he's like a chrono wizard, so I think it'd just be funny if like he
Yeah,
accidentally found
yeah.
himself in the future.
Do you want to go next, Chris?
Oh, all right. I just capped out intelligence at 20. It
Cool.
was boring. But
Yeah, but that's
But effective.
yeah, that's useful.
It's very useful. Yeah. Oscar took his 4th level in Eldritch Knight.
Okay.
Instead of taking ability increases, I took Warcaster because Warcaster.
Yeah.
Warcaster.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of self-explanatory. I feel like any kind of, any kind of spellcaster in general benefits from it, but especially someone who's like
Gonna be
frontline.
taking
In the
hits,
fray.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's a tank / caster, so it just made sense.
And if you like took like Booming Blade, that's a great way to
Exactly,
spend your
yeah,
reaction.
exactly. I think that's really all that matters. I think you got some increase in spells as well, but nothing too crazy. Warcaster was really the highlight. So, yeah.
Love it.
Cool. Cool.
So, I guess the real question is kind of starting out, where do we want to start and where do we want to kind of like take this, since we're missing, well, obviously you're missing Brad, which sucks, but we got a lot of housekeeping we can do. So it's just a matter of where we want to start and how much role playing we want to kind of like have.
Yeah.
I mean,
Would we rather start with like an open
question.
discussion about what we're thinking and then kind of get into it from there?
Sure.
well, Joe wants to know what is in the Dragon Horde. I don't know that Ryan cares so much. But I do think that like looting is priority number one.
I mean, Oscar's priority was not with the whole Dragon Horde itself, but if it's there, obviously we're gonna take it or grab it because why not?
Do we want to? And again, like, because I know we probably don't have the map and everything, and I don't want to go too heavy into roleplay since it's later. But do maybe a few people want to start sorting, and I can go look for the druid?
Love it.
With my tracking skills. Is that something you'd be equipped for, JD?
We could do that. We could. Yeah, I can wing it.
Sorry, I was MIA for that conversation. I heard something about dragon scales.
You were smooching.
I was smooching.
Pony Bob.
You were smooching
Jim?
with my brother. Pony Bob.
It wasn't me.
Little Mo with the gippy leg.
Yeah.
Cliff?
Oh my god, that's my
Good
favorite
reference.
scene
Good
in the
reference.
whole
Swear.
series.
Yes. I heard dragon scales, yes.
I was thinking if JD was equipped for it, we send Ryan out on a little mini expedition to go find the druid, while you guys sort of sort the horde.
I don't mind that idea, actually. I spoke with JD earlier, and now that the dragon's dead, Oscar's attention is 110% on just like collecting resources from the corpse of the dragon specifically. That's what his focus is on.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I think Bigglesby is like Scrooge McDuck in the
just
treasure
swimming in a fucking bathtub of coins.
Okay. And we could take it one at a time. Well,
Let's do that. Yeah.
yeah.
I like that idea.
Cool. Why don't you guys go first?
Oh,
okay.
Or I can go first, actually.
Well, let's get JD's input here, because I feel like, Joe, yours is probably going to be yours and Bigglesby would probably be easier because giving what's in the horde is very straightforward, and then hopefully finding right off is equally as easy. But maybe I'm assuming there.
Well, whether he's impossible to find or not, yeah.
I mean, you're looking for a squirrel at the moment, so
That's kind of what I was thinking. Like, it might be tough. So
Squirrel!
you gotta play it in a
Squirrel!
way such that makes sense. But
A different squirrel.
I'm also sorry. I'm looking more through that that dragon thing that you sent me.
Yeah, and that's more of a guide. Obviously, we don't have to do it exactly what it's describing as. There's I've heard different interpretations of like how you can use dragon's blood or like other resources, but it's a good like guide or roadmap or like, ideas of how you can do this, So
Right.
and the
right.
scales will make dragon scale mail armor, which is
that is
Well,
priority
safe.
numero uno for Oscar.
Although
Mm.
technically, if we go off of the table here, you will not get enough hide.
I did see that. So I was thinking either we could do partial like dragon scale mail, or we could just fudge it and say like it gets like one suit of something. So I mean,
Yeah.
whatever you feel comfortable with, because we're probably
Yeah.
not going to find another green dragon, I would assume. But
Yeah. Okay.
unless we use the part of the green
don't
dragon armor.
don't. We
where
got
we go
lucky
find
once. I
another
don't think it's going
dragon.
to happen twice.
We
Is
just
there
go
a green
find the
dragon
dragon.
dance? Like, let's do this shit.
Okay. So yeah, I guess well, Bigglesby's would probably be the quickest
Okay.
and easiest. So I don't know. It's up to you. I mean,
Let's
you
start
read
there.
Let's head to
let's do
Bigglesby's
it.
world.
Let's start easy and let's just climb up the ranks.
All right. So you've just killed the dragon. The smell from the acrid sort of venomous breath is still in the air. The vapors are rising. You see Bronn slumped against the tree but breathing steadily, so he's not.
Bro, man, that was crazy, dog.
And y'all are taking your respite here, like, oh my god, how did that just happen? And so Bigglesby, tell us, like, are you like beelining for it? Like, what is it? What's happening here?
So he's kind of like backing away slowly, and the second he thinks nobody's looking, he's just bam.
Okay.
Like Roadrunner from Looney Tunes status.
Yeah. Does he have the Long Strider spell? Because he would cast it.
That would be awesome.
He does not.
Okay, so like you return to the Dragon's Tower, and again, like the round tower, cottage attached, both are in good condition. Although half the tower's roof is gone. There are scorch marks on the beams went from you all trying to set it on fire, but nothing quite worked when that happened. And yeah, so you get to the main entrance. I'll just say there's nothing because you killed all the stuff that's in there. In terms of treasure, you see an old wooden chest broken up on the floor. It has all the coins and all the stuff. You see one more scroll kind of sticking out. And if you end up picking it up and you already have it in your inventory, that means I let you have it before, so you don't get two.
What is it?
It's a scroll of Misty Step.
I think you did mention that
sounds
last time,
familiar.
and I think he did pick it up, but
Uh,
if there's only
I don't
one,
have
then
it
we know we
written
have
down.
one remaining. So like either way, we have one.
Yeah, I feel like I talked about it before, but at the same time,
I think you
don't.
did. I think
That's
you
a
did.
spell. It's not like another lightning bolt. If I gave it to you, you use. I don't remember anyone using it, but I
No,
would.
No
wait
one
to-
we
uses
definitely
this
didn't use
stuff.
it.
Yeah.
Unless I learned the spell from it, but that even takes a while.
Yeah, I don't think we did that
Yeah.
either.
No, there wasn't time. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you see the scroll, which turns out to be a scroll of Misty Step. You see 4 silver goblets. The axe that you had seen is gone, and then
Where'd that
yeah, you
go?
have. I feel like y'all
Someone
grabbed
grab
it.
it?
Well, so retconning a little bit. I think it'd be easier to just tell us everything that was in the horde originally, because I know we took the axe and we used that. I know we took some of the goblets too, and we used that as like misdirection for the dragon when we had to fight.
That's right. That's right. Okay,
So
so
maybe
you
just-
took the goblets,
Let-
but not the coins. Is what
Let's
happened.
just give us everything that's in the horde. And then
Exactly.
we can-
That'll
we
be
can do
easier, I
that.
think, just to list everything
Yeah.
that was in there originally, because we did move some stuff, but
Okay, so scroll of Misty Step, scroll of Lightning Bolt,
Mhm.
4 silver goblets set with
Mhm.
moonstones. You're right. I remember the throwing goblets now. And then the battle axe, and I remember you rolling and figuring out that it was like what it said on it.
Correct.
And then 800 silver pieces, 150 gold pieces.
Nice.
Sorry, say that again.
800 silver pieces, 150 gold pieces.
Cool. Cool.
What was the axe? But you have that right, Eric.
I do not have that. I believe Braun.
I
was
think
the one who
Braun
had
has it. Is my memory.
He had it and he threw it, but I'm fine with giving it back to Braun for now.
Yeah, it's a +1
Yeah.
battle axe that does max damage against objects made of wood or plant creatures.
That's pretty wild to get at level 4. Like that's
Yeah,
super
that's
cool.
pretty nuts.
Right.
Also pretty wild to kill a dragon at level 3.
Yeah.
At level 3.
We got thunderstorms going again.
Hugh Jackman with that.
Well,
Alright.
I think I'm gonna spend the time learning Misty Step because I don't think I have that spell.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Nope, I do. Nope,
I actually don't. Okay. I don't even know how does that work. I haven't looked that up.
So you spend 50 gold per level in like resources and like fancy inks and stuff to write it into your book, and then
Okay.
it's like an hour per level. I think.
That's
Okay.
right.
Maybe
So
half
it's
an hour.
similar to Baldur's Gate 3 then. I just
Yeah.
wasn't sure if it was. Okay, cool. Yeah. Do that. So you kind of sit down like as Bron's taking his sleep, maybe you get all the horde stuff, you split it up or not. And then you decide that you're going to like, oh, hey, this looks useful and sit down and write it up. Meanwhile, I guess, yeah. So maybe Oscar tells Ryan that he wants to try and work on the dragon.
Ryan, where are you?
I'm here. That was wild.
I can't believe we actually did that. The plan was to run away, and we did not do that.
Yeah, partly my fault. I got caught up in the moment. But like, whoa.
We need to be better next time and making sure we follow through as a team. But I mean, I guess it worked out this time. Where's Bigglesby?
And you just hear him like giggling off in the distance.
Bigglesby!
Pegglesby!
I'm getting big like cons.
Oh my god.
Oh, very well. Well, what do you want to do now? I think the best thing. What do you think, Bron? Or / Ryan?
I think I just poked Brown. I think he's passed out.
I think so too.
I saw him light up he like rolled some paper and stuff, and he passed out shortly after.
Classic Bron. That's what he does.
I wouldn't mind after sorting through, or maybe letting you guys sort through this. I'd love to find that little man, where he went.
Do you feel safe wandering around this place alone?
What time of day is it? Was it night? I forget what we did.
Oh no,
I think it was daytime, wasn't it?
It was daytime. Yeah.
Okay. My eyes don't work as good, but I should be okay.
If you need assistance, holler. I'm going to try and take a look at this corpse and see if there's anything we can utilize from it potentially. I don't know much, but the wizard at the castle that I was a part of previously, he spoke of using dragon carcasses and things from dragons for magical components. I think it might be valuable going forward.
Smart. What skill would it take to harvest the?
Jay?
Just a foregone conclusion.
Survival.
If you need help, I am proficient in such.
That'll be a tremendous help. I've worked with other hides before, mostly just deer and other woodland animals, but this is definitely a different skill set, I think.
Well, I'll be back around soon.
Okay, I'll take inventory for right now and kind of get an idea of what the layout of the creature is while you try and search around, see what you can find, and we'll meet up in a few.
Sounds like a plan.
Hey, good luck out there.
Just like twirls one of his or both of his swords. You do.
And we should probably find a suitable resting place for Droop as well.
Yes.
I'll
And
collect.
then-
I'll collect that as well. We
Okay.
least we can do is give him a proper burial.
Yes. Please, I would like to be back for that.
Aye.
So
I'm sure Braun would as well. He was close to the little guy, you know.
He was. Our droop.
Rip, big ups, my man.
Peace out, A-Town.
And he'll pour out a little bit of water for his homie.
Aw. Cool moment.
Okay, cool.
All right. Okay. So I guess Joe, how do you want to go about doing this? You all are where you started to flee. And sorry, I don't have the map up right now, but if you remember, you kind of started fleeing to the northwest.
I definitely remember where we were. I kind of wanted to track back to where we met with Ride Off originally, like our little safe house.
Okay, yeah. So you're by that inn that you discovered, which is the most northwestern building in the block in the
Yeasty Boys.
On the
Yeasty Boys. This would be like
Boys.
South of that, right?
Yeah, it's like just south of that.
Yeah, I think that's the first place Ryan would check.
Okay. Cool. So as you get there, tell me, like, the door is slightly ajar.
So I'd probably roll up and start with an investigation, like anything out of the ordinary that I can see on the outside looking in.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
15.
Okay. So you do see, like, again, the door. Sorry, I already started doing that, but the door is slightly ajar. And
when is a door not a door?
When it's a jar.
But you know that this seems strange, because it was kind of like zombie safe house style before, right? Where you just kept it locked down.
Mm-hmm.
So that stands out to you. Otherwise, nothing else has changed about the building. From this side.
I'll walk in, see if I can't find anything out of the ordinary or him.
Okay. As you walk in, let me see if it has it up here. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't really tell you what the inside looks like. Okay, that's stupid. You walk in and you see kind of things are left the way they were a little bit. Like you have the stew pot sort of on the fire still from the day before. And in the like same sparse, right? Just a little spot for him to like chill and hang out. But you do notice that like the bedroll is, well, yeah, with your investigation, the bedroll is missing. And things are a little disheveled. And yeah.
Right off. We don't want to kill you. That was mostly a joke, and we took care of Venomfang. Are you here?
Let's see.
It was a good joke. It was a great joke, even.
I laughed about it later that night.
As you say that, what's your passive perception?
Ooh, good questions. I want to say a 13, but that is a lie because I haven't looked at it yet. Where can I find it on D&D Beyond?
8 plus your proficiency plus perception. No, 8 plus your wisdom modifier, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Just wisdom modifier?
I believe so.
I thought it was 10 plus.
That would put me at 9. Oh, passive perception is 13. It's right on the left here.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, it is 10 plus all modifiers, yes.
10 plus all. Okay, got it. Yeah, that makes sense. 10 proficiency and then wisdom. Yep, 13.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. So as you say that, you hear a tiny scuffle just outside a window on the far side, and then you do notice that window is slightly opened too.
Oh shoot. I will approach the window
Okay.
cautiously, and I'll say, "Right off. We're serious. We just want to talk. We did what you asked."
Okay. Why don't you roll a persuasion check?
Ooh. 18.
Okay. As you say that, you're looking at the window, and I'm trying to think, like, how would old school windows, would they be shutters or would they be like
I'm thinking like
either
those
way.
ones that are white with like bars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like see-through but metal bars.
But as you say that, you see, like, if this is the windowsill, you just see like it pop up the eyes and then slowly like the mouth, and goes, "You said Venomfang is dead?"
And I'll just have my hands like in a neutral position, like he is. We took care of the problem, and believe you me, we tried to run, but we realized through some. It's kind of a funny story, but Bigglesby like cast lightning.
It's funny as trying to kill me.
It was more said in jest. And listen, my bad. But I'm a guy, and I come from I come from some pretty. I'm working through some trauma. And I won't do it again.
Tell me more.
What
What about your friends? What about your friends?
So, well,
what about your friends? I guess that's better.
One of them's taking a nap, but the others are starting to sort through the dragon horde and what's left, and potentially hoping to harvest some of the dragon scales. But everyone's alive. One of us is sleeping. We did actually lose Droop, and then Orion will kind of put his head down and kind of shake a little bit. But otherwise,
as you say that, and he sees you upset, he just kind of like smirks.
Orion, hold it
together. I just promised I wasn't going to kill this man.
I just said I'm. Yes, it was unfortunate to us, but if you wanted proof, I could take you there. But we are seeking the location that you promised us as well.
And he goes, I need no proof. I heard the loud crash of the dragon hit the ground. Still, I may have asked you to take care of the dragon, but I did not ask you to willfully kill people, have people killed, or take the life of a creature that was not immediately threatening you.
I understand, but there were no rules, and we did what you asked.
So you're mercenaries then, eh?
I can't speak for the others, but I am a mercenary, and I get the job done. And when I get the job done, I expect to be paid. And he is Ryan's like nice face is less nice now.
And he said, and he kind of like looks at you and nods. I guess I would say roll an intimidation check. Actually, is that what you're trying to do in a way?
A little bit, yeah. I just want to I'm not fucking around.
Yeah.
Not incredible. 13 total.
He doesn't necessarily seem impressed. Like he didn't, you didn't cow him, but you definitely see him kind of get a little defensive. So like take that as you will, if that's a victory or if that's bad because you've put him on guard. And you go, And he goes, your reward will be that I will tell my friend that you helped. And whatever reward she will give you may be hers. I shall not bring down the wrath of the Emerald Grove druids for posing a threat to me. But I fear that if one is as self-serving as you are, that you will greatly imbalance this region with whatever intentions you have for Wave Echo Cave, and I shall not share the location with you.
What?
Well, this comes as
Bro.
great disappointment to my friends and I. And
Someone will pay you money and you won't care because you're just mercenaries, right?
Wow.
mercenary, yes, I am, and I wouldn't lie about that. But I'm trying to be better. And it seems like you strike me as a man who lives by a code. You don't want to anger the druids. You were angry we took life. Well, my code, sir, is that of honor. And you disdain yourself by not paying what you promised.
Hell
And
yeah.
that is the location of Waybuck Cave.
Hell yeah. Get it, Ryan.
Okay, roll a persuasion at disadvantage, I would say, in this case.
All right. Roll twos. Come on. Come on. I'm not Eric, but. Oh, yeah. A natural 20 erased with a
No.
dirty 20.
Oh, all right. What a twist.
Yeah.
You see him kind of like do like, yeah, like he's really not sure what to do here. You kind of put him in a weird place because he was kind of taking the high and mighty approach, but then you kind of like struck a chord there.
That was the goal.
Trying to think. Okay, so he's like, you're lucky my code isn't as malleable as yours is. I will share the location of Wave Echo Cave.
That's a butt.
But I shall only do so verbally, and it will be up to you to remember. Any help? Do not seek help from me or my druids or my friends after this.
I understand I didn't make a friend today, but I respect it, and I respect you.
And he says, however, if I do find that you have poor intentions for the equilibrium of this region, that my code will mandate that everything is off and we will hunt you down.
Noted.
Cool.
Awesome.
So basically what's going to happen is I'm thinking, well, what do you want to do from there? I don't want to dictate. You tell me what you want to do with that. So he's just kind of staring at you in the window or from outside. So you're inside his house. He's outside
I forgot he was just like doing this the entire time. Oh, it's so
he
funny.
He moved up.
We should illustrate that moment. Someone needs to draw that moment of like right off in the draw outside the house.
Oh, it's so funny.
Would he allow me to pull my journal out, or is this is completely oratory? Like,
yeah, he's kind of trying to be a dick. Like,
yeah, that's what I figured. So,
yeah, like he's technically giving you it, but he is not making it easy for you either. So, like, there could be a chance that you don't get the direction right later.
Exactly. So I think Ryan's just gonna respectfully like say, I'm ready to listen, when you are.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that would be something that will gain.
Yeah, we can totally figure that out.
Yeah.
So funny.
But I have a lot of funny ideas for how that works, like, because I'll tell you what, like, Ryan's gonna like when he's done saying it, Ryan's gonna feverishly write it down in his little journal to
Yeah.
try to like remember it. So it might be fun to do later, like the next session, some kind of roll to see like the telephone game.
Oh yeah,
You know what I
How
mean?
bad
So
is
we
it?
can figure that out later. But cool, that's awesome. And then once he's done, if he's ready to leave, like Ryan's just gonna say thanks and let him go. Like not gonna chase him down or anything.
Okay. Well, yeah, he's kind of like waiting for you to get out of his house.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is his house now. Okay, who's an opportunist now? Right off, huh?
No, I wonderful. I happily will. I will leave. Give him a little on the way out the door, and I'll head back to the crew.
All right. All right.
So that's what the image will look like. I will leave, give him a little salute, get like I don't know 30 steps out of like eyesight, and then walk and write. Okay, listen, you're right here.
Yeah.
Is
Okay. Sorry. My internet was doing the weird thing, so I cut out for a second, but I think I caught it all. Yeah. So we'll see later how well you write everything down.
Awesome.
Okay, and then you're gonna head back probably, and you said you want to help out or see what Oscar is doing, correct?
Yeah, like Ryan's two priorities, then we'll move over to Oscar, but would be to try to help with the scales because I think Ryan wants to be helpful, and then also like be around for the droop stuff. So if it's I need to help move something or whatever. Ryan's not so super interested in the loot. Yeah, like I'll go grab droop or like help shift the dragon or try to help get some scales off. But I don't think Ryan super cares about the actual gold or like what's in the building, the tower. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So then all right, so I'm just reading some more about this stuff. All right, yeah. So you do that, you write down your journal, and then we'll return to that later to see how well you did with that.
Cool.
And
That's
then
fun.
Oscar, why don't we say like sorry, I just see what you're saying on Discord. Why don't we just start off like would you wait for Ryan or would you get started? Like tell me how
So
this goes.
Oscar, because Ryan said I have experience and I want to help, he's not going to start the like actual harvesting until he gets back. He might spend his time like orienting the dragon in such a way where it's going to be easier to like start the skinning process.
Yeah.
But he would absolutely wait because I think this is an odd moment where he's not super confident in his ability to do this without assistance, which is a very weird place for him. He's not used to being in that position.
Okay.
And he knows how important this is and he doesn't want to fuck it up, so he would absolutely wait for Ryan to come back. In the meantime, he would maybe go and try and get Droop's body in whatever condition it's in.
Droop.
I think we may have lost Jay again. No, he's
it looks
back.
like it.
Yeah, I'm back. I
Okay.
don't know what's going on, but it keeps cutting
It's
out.
okay. So Oscar would have probably tried to like orient the body in a way it would be easier to manipulate, and then go and find Droop and like collect him and bring him back in whatever form he's in. I don't know how squished he got, but this is like scraping him off the side of the pavement like type situation or what. But
I rolled just to see 20-sided and it was pretty high. So we're gonna say that like he's almost like a deflated like he's pretty intact, surprisingly, but he's
flat. He's very flat.
Yeah. It's almost like a cartoon where they get like flattened by something. And,
he'd be perfect for scrapbooking, but so he'll try and manipulate the body in a very respectful way to get it closer to like a site, or maybe he'll just leave it there and just decide to bury it where he lays, maybe. But that's what he would be doing in the interim between when Ryan was doing all that.
Okay, cool.
Slash, I guess we could do this too potentially. He also would want to try and find any kind of vials or containers or like something to help store any kind of blood or organs that we do decide to take from the dragon itself too. So I don't know how you want to go about that as well.
Okay.
He has some things on him, but not nearly what he would want in this scenario.
Okay. Well, You do remember. Why don't we just do a straight? That'd be survival. Maybe investigation.
Okay.
Straight. Let's just say like you remember. So you found the one woman's necklace, and it was an herbalist shop.
Yeah.
So why don't we say that you go there to see if there's anything
I
salvageable?
also know that there was that supply store in like the northwest corner that we never checked out too, but we knew about it. Which I think it was a supply store. I think you said it was like a general store or like a warehouse or something like that.
That was it was just a cottage.
Oh, just a cottage. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
okay. Just a straight.
No, there is
There was a store.
Yeah, let me see here.
There was something I looked in.
The store is the one that the spiders came out of.
Yeah.
In the central part.
Okay.
And then one that there's an old smithy that you all went into as well, and a weaver's cottage.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. So it's a straight investigation.
Yeah, let's do that.
That's not super. That's an 8. No, wait. I'm sorry. Plus intelligence is a 12.
Okay, I would say that because let's say, what does it say? Because it's a lot of shards of glass, pieces of pottery, and like a lot of stuff is ruined, all the reagents and concoctions. Investigation, maybe you find like, let's just say you find like one usable vial that you can clean out and like salvage, but everything else has been gone for like half a generation, so it's pretty bad.
Yeah, gotcha. How much liquid can I fit into said vial or like container?
That's a good question. Doesn't really give you any.
Or maybe I could try and check the tavern for like some containers they use for like the yeasty boys or something.
Well, I guess what are you trying to do? Are you trying to harvest blood?
Containers. So blood or something to potentially store organs in as well.
Organs. Okay.
The blood is priority number 1 for him, but he has heard again previously that like if you can get like certain parts of a dragon, you can use that for stuff. He doesn't know what it is necessarily, but he knows that if I can maybe get some out, extract some successfully, I can maybe store it and find someone who does know how to use it. So
Okay. So I would say let's say it's like 1 unit of blood. So like if it was a video
whatever
game,
that is,
you could harvest 1 use of dragon blood, plus whatever you have on your own person. And then I like the idea of maybe do another investigation check, and then we'll see. That'll tell us.
That's worse. That's an 8.
Okay, that's an 8. So even with your modifier.
Yeah, that's with the modifier. Yes, I rolled a 4.
Okay, so I would say an 8. You find like a sort of everything is disgusting because it had like alcohol in it. And
yes, whatever. Right.
And it wasn't like spirits; it was like mostly beer, so it's all like gross. But you found one container that you're like, okay, well, I can't put a brain or a heart in here, but maybe I can fit. Well, no, that doesn't make sense. It's a dragon, not a little creature. I was gonna say eyes, but I'm like, no, dragon eyes are fucking huge.
They are pretty big, yeah.
Yeah, I think that you don't find anything that could store it. So like,
okay, that's fair.
Yeah. Doesn't mean that you can't harvest them, but they might not
survive.
They might not survive.
Okay.
Or they might. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. After all that, I think I'd just be waiting. So.
Okay. So then it's the 2 of you gonna try and tackle this thing, eh?
I suppose Bigglesby can come back whenever he feels he would.
Yeah,
I don't know how long it would take
Bigglesby, like, you ever wear like cargo pants and just put tons and tons of coins in them?
Yep.
That's kind of what Bigglesby looks like, just running around.
Hey guys. Funny story, my roommate and I, once or twice, no more than twice, I promise, in college, when it was ice cream sandwich day, he'd run in and be like, dude, put on your cargo shorts. It's ice cream sandwich day. And we would just
Fill
load
those
it up.
suckers
Yeah,
up.
we load it up and run back to our dorm room and put them in our dorm fridge and be like,
That's so
well, they're
funny.
gonna melt, but I'll eat them anyways.
Classic.
That's great.
We did that kind of shit all the time. They'd have like ice cream bars, and we just but they'd like have them all like on a dish in like the
Oh.
cooler, but then under that they'd put all the boxes that they have,
Okay.
and we just
Oh,
snag a
no.
box on our way
Yeah.
out.
Funny.
Yeah.
Fools.
Love it.
I
We
saw
once
someone
took an
grab the
entire
whole-
pie,
They
chocolate French silk pie.
my first year or two, they were not the most sanitary, and they had just like hand dip ice cream and stuff. And I saw someone like two guys
Oh, no.
actually like pull out the whole like industrial bin and just run out of like sprint
No.
out of the thing with it. I was like, oh my gosh.
College is the best.
I mean,
It's something.
You
I'll tell
paid
what.
$20,000 like back then, $20,000 a year.
Yeah.
They can afford to like you to
Yeah, they're
steal.
fine.
some
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. That's more
And
than
now it's like I bet I would be surprised if tuition at my old school is like
Oh,
60,000.
dude, it's nuts, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's,
some of these private schools, it's
Yeah.
bonkers.
Okay.
It was 17 a year when I was there.
Wow.
yeah.
So yeah, how do you
That's
want us to do this, Jay?
Okay, so I would say you tell me, like, we have different pieces with varying difficulties. The skin is going to be the most intensive. Actually, let me look up how long.
Oscar, his priorities are definitely like scales first, followed by blood, followed by organ of some kind if I can get that.
Yeah,
And if I can just give the help action to Ryan and maybe like direct him or like give him like tidbits and information, I think that's probably how he would do it, is like let Ryan take the lead and then just
Okay.
kind of offer suggestions or give help when requested. Like, hold it in this position, or like, do this, or, cut that side of it so I can get this over, or whatever he needs for assistance.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm just thinking like, I feel like this has to take.
It would take
This
some
might-
time.
This might take you almost the rest of the day, to be honest.
I figure 4 or 5 hours is my guess.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah, like it's midday. I think it's midday, so this might take you into nightfall. As long as you don't flub it.
We could maybe retcon and say that Bron is helping or assisting in some way.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, let's just say
You
this
know.
is you want to do this task. This is the end of it. And this might take you to nightfall or just before sundown.
okay.
Um,
Okay, yeah. I think
yeah.
that's more than fair, I think.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. So, yeah. How do you want to start? Well, you'd have to do the skin if you want to do anything but the eyes or the claws, I would say.
Well,
Go ahead.
I'm wondering if there's any soft spots. Like, can we start like on the belly or something? Remove a few scales that hopefully gets us then into opening that sucker up to try to get an organ out. If that's what you're thinking.
Look at Joe using the mind of his character.
That's
Um,
right.
Yeah,
I've killed plenty of beasts in Menzel Brazen.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so why don't you I think that's perfectly fine. So you communicate that to
Cool.
Oscar. Y'all flip it over, and why don't you make a survival check? And I don't know how you want to do it. If you want to do like an advantage, or like you both roll, like however you want to manage the assist.
Oscar would rather give the help action to give Ryan advantage on the roll, I think.
Cool.
I would. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
23 with advantage.
All right. So I would say that like you do the full shebang, like skinning process. As you said, you start on the underbelly, you kind of like slit it down or as well as you can. And it's a lot of work because it's literally like as big as you at times. And you kind of like peel back the skin and separate the muscle as you like flip it back, almost like a carpet off of the thing. After a long ass time, you are able to get with that most of the hide intact. I would say this is about, because it's a small dragon, it's a young dragon. This table only has a gold piece equivalent, but it gives you about 400 gold worth of dragon hide. And what that does is it's just, or I'll say 500 gold, because that's about half of what it would take to make light armor. So you can't quite make a full suit of armor, but you might be able to make like an augmented suit of armor out of the skin. Depend if you can find someone who is able to work with said dragon.
Right.
Okay. So now what do you want to work on? You tell me what do you want to pull out of this thing?
So are we including the like teeth or like claws of the dragon with the hide, or is that gonna be a separate roll?
Yeah, maybe the superficial stuff I'll count. Well, why
Okay.
don't you do teeth and claws as one roll, a separate roll, but one roll. Okay.
Same. Me without.
Yeah, same
Yep,
thing,
same
Joe.
thing.
Just keep going. I'm first assist in the surgery, so let's get it over.
21.
Good.
Which
Cool.
nullified a natural one with the help action.
All right, let me.
Orion stabs himself with the fangs.
He accidentally catches
to
the
the
fang,
dragon's
and now
mouth.
he's poisoned, and
He's
falls
trying to get the
over.
teeth out, and it just like falls on him.
Worst way to die, or best way to die.
No, I think worse. That sounds bad.
Yeah.
A dead dragon accidentally killing yourself. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, fucking hell.
What does it say?
Do you mind if I write this down in my inventory, Joe?
He's giving it all to you.
Sick.
He's helping.
Okay, I'm gonna, just because it's worth so much, I'm not gonna, even though you rolled so high, I'm gonna say like, I'm not gonna give you full on like, oh, you get like 12 teeth. That's 12,000, right? Like,
Well, I guess we want to retcon this a little bit. He was hoping to get enough of these like sharp, pointy objects to hopefully make weapons for most of like the melee people in the group. Like he wanted to give one to everyone if he could. So I don't know if we want to do it that way or you know what I mean? Like I don't know if we want to do it in raw materials or if we want to do it into like what Oscar had planned for handing out to the whole party.
okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, why don't we say, well, that would mean, let me just do some math, which takes me a minute.
Again, don't feel free not to use that as like a Bible too. We can also
Yeah.
pivot if we need to make things easier. We don't have to go like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
Okay, I would say then that you're able to get so, well, how many melee? Really just like three of you, right? Other than
3 of us are melee. Yeah.
yeah. So maybe you're able to get like six of the claws and 3 teeth intact.
Okay.
And you know that could make some lighter weapons, perhaps, if
Okay,
someone knows
cool.
how to work it. Not really heavy weaponry necessarily, but some light weapons from it.
We make a dragon tooth necklace for Bro and see if we can convince him it's magical, like a shark tooth necklace.
Sure. Although
Tooth.
Like a fragment of a dragon tooth. Like it's not worth anything.
I love the idea of Bro, the half-baked, half-orc bard, wearing like a dragon tooth necklace,
Yeah.
just like you said, like a shark tooth necklace. That's awesome.
It's like the fuck, what are they called? Puka shells?
Puka shells.
Yeah.
Puka shell necklace, but with like dragon teeth. Yeah.
So we'll take
I don't
a
know
dragon
about
tooth
y'all,
fragment to make a necklace.
but I had one of each of those. I may
Mhm.
have more than one puka shell.
They were
necklace, to
big
be
back in the
honest.
day.
Oh,
dude.
I had one when I went to the Bahamas. Better believe I came back with one of those on.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay, so yeah, there's your teeth. What else would you like to get?
Blood next.
All right, blood.
Blood.
Where is that? I am using this here. Although I find that these are pretty low DCs for harvesting. But yeah, go ahead and work on the blood. Drain that.
16 with advantage. 16 survival with advantage. And then
Okay.
I gotta run upstairs real quick. I just got a text from
Okay.
Rai. So
Okay. How many vials do you got,
Oh,
Eric?
really quick, Joe. What's your survival modifier?
it's +3.
Okay, cool.
He's rolling
But
well.
I'm proficient in it. Yeah, I've rolled like a 20. Yeah, I've rolled
Okay,
insane.
cool.
With
You're good,
advantage,
you're good.
yeah.
Yeah, you're good. Okay, well,
Maybe.
+3 plus proficiency would be +6 total.
Cool.
All right. So how many vials did you have that you could use?
So I only had the one vial, which we didn't determine how much liquid it can actually store, but I think he's going to do that, and he's going to take his like water skin and pour that out and try and get blood in there too. So that gives me 2 containers, hopefully, to
Okay.
put something in, and then we'll just see what that does, I think.
Okay, cool. And then we'll do one last one. I'll say you get to choose whether you want to do the try because you don't really have anything to store. You can I'll let you pick one of eye, brain, or heart. And I don't know if you're getting the whole thing, but we'll just say some matter
So
of what.
I guess I should have clarified this too. I did have this idea, and I don't think I told you this, that his last action was to try and cut off the head, so I can take that whole thing back with me. So I think he wouldn't fuck with the eyes or the brain. He just kind of take the whole head and cut it off.
Okay.
So heart would be the organ I'm targeting, because I don't
All
think he
right.
knows enough about the anatomy of a dragon to get to the specific bits about the magic. I figured they have a term for like the magical organ of the dragon. He wouldn't know about that. I don't think. I'm not gonna metagame that much. So
Okay. Well, then I guess this would be another survival check to chop off the head of the dragon.
okay, you just want to do that and leave the heart as is.
Yeah, you said that you're not worried about it as much.
Well, like I said, I know for a fact he wants to try and take the skull back, like the whole head back, for a multitude of reasons. He wanted to try and take the eyes and the brain all in one, but he also wanted to try and maybe like makeshift the skull into like a helmet of some kind.
Okay.
So multi-purpose. So if you're saying I only get one thing to take with me, it would be he would try and take the head.
Okay. Yeah. Why don't we do that? Especially just because you're like, well, rather than try and extract and store, then like this.
That also makes sense too. Right. Yeah. Cool. That's a natural 20. So
Hey-o.
26 for Joe, I guess, right?
Yeah. So maybe you pull out that rusted battle axe that you found and.
Oh no, he would use the longsword that he used to kill the thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Dragon head is pretty big, man.
Well.
All right. Well, yeah, you're able to decapitate it pretty cleanly.
Cool.
Although if you're gonna carry it, let's see. I want to just look up. Wait.
Dragons.
Let's see. Oh gosh. Well, a full dragon is 2,700 pounds.
That's for a young dragon?
That's just standard. Oh, that's large. So maybe we would say half that. So about 1350 would be, or 1350. What am I? No, that's right. Would be a young dragon.
So 1350 for the whole body.
Yeah. So the head
maybe
might
like a quarter of that, less. I don't know. I don't know how much a dragon head would weigh.
Well,
So
a human head weighs 8 pounds out of like 200.
Right.
Yeah.
So 10% of the original weight would be like 137.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's just say like 100 pounds.
Okay.
Or maybe under the 100 pounds. But
okay.
Now, maybe we say like if you're gonna carry that, we'll say like not encumbered, but maybe like medium encumbrance kind of.
Let me look up because I am 19 strength, and I know that you can. I know you can. I know you can carry a lot of weight with 19 strength, but I can't remember exactly how much.
You ever seen the video? It was a TikTok, I think, where the guy.
Oh damn!
Like, what?
Your carrying capacity is your strength score multiplied by 15. So I think we're good. Okay,
cool.
19 times 15 is 285 pounds. Yeah.
All right. But this guy is like, yeah, after a player tried to argue with me as the DM that he could jump like
I saw that. Yeah.
15 feet wearing all of his armor. They like went outside, measured it out and made him wear
Mhm.
like the body like jacket weights of the
yep.
same amount of his armor to see if he could jump that far.
And he failed miserably,
He fa-
right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
granted, he was probably a fighter, so he'd be more athletic than he really was.
But
But
still, though, like, yeah.
okay, so yeah, you got the head, you got some blood,
All
you
right,
got the
cool.
claws and the teeth. So yeah,
I'm happy. Yep, Oscar's happy. That was a good excursion.
yeah, you all have done it very well. Okay. So I would say that after that, it's probably nightfall. I know you said you want to go back. Um, I guess you might want to wait for Joe if you're gonna go back right now, or you're gonna wait till the next day, get like a long rest in. Like, I don't know.
I think personally that Oscar would want to try and bury Droop ASAP.
It's gonna start to stink soon.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I think probably after we're done doing all that, after nightfall, after we're done harvesting all that stuff, we would take the time to bury Droop and give him his last respects and all that good stuff. And I know that Braun would probably be a part of that too, or want to be a part of that. So I don't know if we want to wait until the whole group is together to kind of like retcon that experience.
Oh yeah, because I'm gonna see if y'all want to like say last words for Droop as you
So
put him in the
let's
ground.
maybe say let's table that moment for when we have the whole group here, because I would hate to rob Brad of that experience as well.
Yeah.
But I think that's what we would do, and then we'd probably try and rest and maybe head out the beginning of the next day or something.
Okay. Okay. How do you feel about that, Chris?
Sure.
Okay. Okay. Um. Yeah.
Cool.
So maybe we just want to call it there rather than do like say, oh, we go back and we want to do some shopping. Like we can also like talk about that in the Discord. Like, I don't know. Or do you want to do some more? Like, I don't, because one thing I was thinking about doing, but if you want to do the Droop stuff later, we can, is I'm still gonna, even though Brad's not here, just to add a little spice. If you're gonna head back, then I was gonna roll for encounters.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, just to see if you get in one little battle before we're done.
Right.
If you wanted to do that, or if you're like,
hmm.
nah.
Yeah,
Well, I
let's
know
do it. Why not?
Oscar would want to rest because he did take a little bit of damage during the dragon fight, so we'd sleep over the night. We wouldn't leave right away.
Yeah.
I have some things we could roleplay in the town if we want to just like, go to town, maybe roleplay a little bit there and then just call it after that, if that works for everyone, assuming we get back and don't get into a combat experience.
Right.
Which might be
So-
assuming a little bit, but
I've actually already done a long rest for my character on accident, so I don't know like what spell slots I had or
right.
what I had.
All right. Yeah. So I was planning on doing that for travel anyway. So it would have been after a long rest, I'm assuming.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
Yeah. So I'm not worried about all that.
I
also
am
could have been resting while they were butchering this dragon.
True.
I am fine with heading back to the town at this point.
Yeah.
But I don't know if we want to try and wait for the whole group to get back or before making a decision that impacts everybody. I don't know if Ryan had something else he wanted to do in the town or
Yeah.
anything like that.
There is
So.
one building you haven't cleared.
I guess we could do that while we wait.
It's up to
So
you.
real quick too, JD, I have 500 gold pieces worth of scales. I've got 6 claws and 3 teeth. I've got the dragon head itself weighing 100 pounds, and then we said 2 containers or two units of blood.
Yeah. Let's say
Okay.
that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with clearing that last little room or the area in the town just to kind of get a whole leg up on what we're doing, and then after that we can see. Hopefully Joe's back. We can make a determination on what we're doing.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I know you want to role play, but I might be good calling it at 11 to be honest. So, yeah. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's see if I can pull up a map real quick here. I can actually. I know that. And then I'll just share my screen. Sources. No, that's not what I want. Get out of here. All right, sorry, this is taking 1 second.
No worries.
Why is Skype not letting me move? Okay, there we go. Wasn't letting me move the
Skype's been a little clunky the last week, I feel like.
I don't doubt it. Okay. Thunder tree.
Thunder tree.
Okay. So I'll just share my screen itself. No, I'll just share that window. Okay. So the one place you have not gone to yet is 11. Up in the
Yeah,
top right.
yeah. That's the building I thought was like the barracks or armory or like
That-
general store or something like that.
Yeah, so I think you looked at it from afar and you could tell that it was come on. That it was at a garrison building.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. And then you did get to the Weaver's cottage. And then there's just the town square is all.
Right, right.
So yeah, that's the only building that you have not decided, like you did not decide to go into that building. You kind of like that was when you started scouting, or that was what Ryan scouted a little bit.
He
when
did.
was
He that was
following
that
the-
for that first night he was sneaking around trying to get a lay of the land. He
Yeah.
saw it and reported back to us. So none of us actually been up there or seen it, but we know it's there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oscar would be down to explore it a little bit. I don't know if Bigglesby wants to come with, but that's something we could do real quick.
Sounds
Okay.
great.
So as you walk up to it, we'll say you come up from the pathway. Can you see my little hand
Yep.
there? Okay, just want to make sure because I just shared the window, not my whole screen. So as you come up there, the lane opens up to form a small square. Several ruined buildings surround the south side of the square, but larger intact structure to the north looks like a barracks. One lean southeast, another head, blah, 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 blah. In the middle of the square, leaning to one side ever so slightly, is a weathered wooden statue of a warrior clutching a spear and a shield. I would assume Bigglesby make a history check.
3 check. $18.
All right, so you realize that this must be the old hero of Neverwinter named Palion, who supposedly
Ooh.
defeated several monsters in Neverwinter Wood and when Thunder Tree was first founded.
Alien.
Yeah, Palien.
Cool.
And then as you get closer to the barracks, it appears to have weathered the years better than most buildings in town. Its rooftop features a simple battlement, and arrow slit windows confirm that it was built to serve as a small keep in times of emergency.
Would have been nice.
That's where we should have gone. All right. I'll go through the door. To the door. Is it? Try and open the door.
Okay. Yeah, it's not a locked door. So as you go in, kind of shove it up, like all the moldering dust as you've seen in many of the buildings so far.
Now he pulls the map up.
Yeah, now
Mm-hmm.
they stuffed you inside of a building to see if you could get out.
It's
No,
very
they
much
didn't.
like a Saw type situation.
Can I?
We did strength checks and everything, and now you're just stuck.
Do you like to play games, Orion?
Oh Lord, I'm gonna go.
They wanted to clear the last building, which was number 11, which you saw was the barracks, but you didn't go in or anything when you were scouting. And Bigglesby has just opened the door. And
And it's another dragon.
It's his brother.
So a plume or whatever of dust kind of erupts as you open it up. And then let's see. It has some furnishings. The main room has a ladder leading through a trapdoor to the roof. And as you're here, you see one of those ash zombies laying by the ladder starts stirring. And you start to hear some noises to the other sides from where the rest of those rooms are. And it is time to roll some initiative.
Hey, okay.
Seem to have misplaced my D20.
That's not good.
We're going to 2 a.m. tonight, Jay.
Yeah.
23.
Wow.
12 for Oscar.
Um, I'm looking like a 13. Let me just double check my initiative.
Wait, Oscar, say that
12.
again?
Oh, did we tie, Joe?
What were you?
12.
Yeah, I'm a 12.
What's your dex?
Plus 5.
Rollies.
17. Really?
Yeah, rollies.
Let's go.
That's awesome.
Wait, hold on. Your dexterity is plus 5, the modifier, not the actual number.
The natural number is 17 plus 3, but I guess I'm proficient in it.
Never
so
mind.
plus
You go before me.
Oh, I wanted to rollies you, but okay.
All right. Sorry that we're not doing the owl bear and having little guys
It's
up
fine.
there.
I don't think we're gonna need it for this.
No apologies, Jay.
Watch we get fucking wiped by the zombies after we kill a fucking dragon.
Yeah. So Bigglesby, you open the door as you do. You kind of rush in. You're like, woohoo! You're like happy go lucky with all the gold and silver in your pocket, and then you see this zombie sort of in almost like a Dark Souls looking thing where it's like zombie, but it still has some rusty sort of dilapidated armor on it. So it must have been a soldier inside this garrison, and it kind of like clambers up and like groans as you enter the door. And actually you get to take the first action. So this thing starts to stir. You hear some other stirrings to the other, like to your east inside the building. But this one is immediately in front of you.
Okay, so
Maybe like just past 5 feet. He's like 7-8 feet away from you.
Okay, so I'm gonna back up, and then I'm
Okay.
gonna cast web in that room.
Okay.
The quick refresher. It's
Oh yeah, that's
anything that starts its turn in that area must
strength to start,
or
right?
or yeah, it starts its turn or enters, makes a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, it's restrained until it breaks free, and if they want to break free, they have to use an action to make a strength check against my spell save DC. And otherwise, it is difficult terrain. And then I'm going to back up behind my friends.
Okay. Yeah. So then that means that it would be Ryan, right? He won.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ryan is muted. You're very quiet, Ryan.
He sure is, and talking up a storm. Want to take a shot at this mofo. Can I get behind that tree and still see it and give myself advantage? That's probably a long shot.
No.
Okay. Is the webbing giving me advantage on my shot?
Because it's through a doorway? No.
Okay, fine. I will just shoot regular at this motherfucker then, through the door. Can I see him through the door?
Yes, you can see him through the door.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'll just take a shot then.
All right.
So. 17.
Definitely hits.
Sweet. Let's do damage. 7 damage, and then I'm gonna attack again because of my dread ambusher.
As that first arrow hits, you see that like puff of noxious smoke shoot out of it, like erupt from its body that you are all
Dude, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Me too. Second attack is an 11.
That hits.
Oh, sweet. That's going to be 12 damage total.
Okay. So thunk, thunk, like thunk, and then you shoot another arrow. Like you didn't need to see it again because you kind of already placed your shot. But you hear it hit the sort of corpse and not the clattering of against stone. So you know that your second arrow struck true even in this puff of smoke. And there we go there. So good job. And then Oscar, it's your turn.
Oh, thank you for reminding me of that puff of smoke. I would have made it a grievous error.
And
same.
He's gonna take out his long sword, and you're gonna see him cast Mind Sliver through the sword as he like points it at the zombie.
Let's go.
Okay. Okay.
Intelligence saving throw.
How much damage?
DC 13 or 14? Can't remember.
Okay.
14.
If it-
14
if it-
DC.
Are you 14? Okay, whew, you're lucky. Even I'll just say, even with a 3 intelligence, it almost saved.
Get out.
Yeah. If it would have
Wow.
been 13, it would have saved, but it was 14. So it does not save, and then it takes how much damage?
1d6 plus just 1d6. And then he
Yeah.
subtracts 1d4 from the next saving throw. He takes a whole 1 psychic damage.
1 psychic damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like Jean Grey over here, guys.
Clearly before she got the Phoenix.
Absolutely before. This is like baby Jean Grey.
Yeah, baby Jean Grey.
Yes, let's go.
All right, so the zombie just kind of groans it extra a little bit louder and yeah. And then it's the zombie's turn, and he's gonna roll the strength. Sorry, remind me again, Chris, to save.
15.
Okay.
Dexterity.
So he groans and sort of moves forward, and you see that he actually is able to, like, with the momentum of coming forward, just kind of barrel through the webbing without getting stuck. So, but it is difficult terrain. So we're gonna say that the zombie makes it to the doorway, but is kind of stuck right there.
Cool.
But you hear some other movement kind of off to the right. And then another zombie kind of barrels through the webbing and stands in the doorway behind that one. So
Okay.
now you got 2 standing in the doorway.
Cool.
Oh,
And
man,
we'll
neither
say-
of them failed these deck saves?
Neither of them fail. Yeah. I know. I'm rolling high tonight. Everything has been a 17 or higher so far in this battle. So then it
Damn.
goes back up to Bigglesby.
I'm going to. I was thinking of something funny that would happen if I did something funny. I'm just going to cast Ray of Frost on the closer one.
Okay, and that's the first one that's already taken some damage, has some arrows sticking out of it and stuff.
Cool. It's not great. 13.
That hits.
Hey. Uh, 7 points of damage and
Okay.
10 feet taken off his movement.
Okay. 7. So that's 20. 5 plus. Okay. And then Eric, you said it subtracts what from its next saving throw?
D4 from his next saving throw.
D4. Yeah. Oh, that would have worked. That would have been on the way. We'll do it here. This will be more important. So, yeah, this time, so you totally freeze the zombie, and it sort of becomes brittle and just boom, falls over. So you manage to kill the zombie. with
Hooray.
That one. Nice work. Okay.
And I'll back
Right.
up some more to make sure I'm not like the first one that they're going to attack.
Yeah. All right, Ryan, what's up?
I'll just take a shot at the next one.
All right, do it.
Whoa, hit all the dice. 17.
That hits.
Demoge is 8 total.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll stay put.
All right. Oscar.
Oscar's gonna get his sword and his shield ready. He's gonna look to his companions.
And I
Yes.
will say that meant the puff of smoke came out. So that arrow shot just now. Sorry.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes. And he's going to kind of stroll up and say,
Let's keep them barreled in there, boys.
and he's going to walk up and kind of like get right next to the door and try and keep them all like single file, one-on-one action.
Okay.
And,
There's only the one right now.
Yes. If there are any more, we'll keep them barreled up. And
Yeah.
I'll just take a strike with my long sword.
Okay.
11.
That hits.
Oof. 3 slashing.
Oh,
Rolling like
Wow.
dog shit, dude.
he is not rolling well. Okay. So it gets hit by the arrow by your pretty weak sauce slash, and then it is gonna try and slam you back.
Hold on, I need the saving throw against
Oh.
restraint.
Okay.
15 dexterity.
And it does not make it.
All right, it is restrained, and attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the
Okay.
creature's attack rolls have disadvantage.
Okay. Okay, cool.
And
This is not
disadvantage
a
on
dexterous zombie, eh?
But hope not. God, that'd be
All right,
terrible.
so because it has
Right.
disadvantage,
This zombie doing flips.
It's a ninja zombie.
it does try to like lean forward at you, Oscar, and then as it does, you notice now its feet are getting kind of caught up in the webbing, and it kind of loses its momentum and just like hits your shield, and
Aha!
like doesn't quite get any actual hit
Have
on you.
at you.
All right, Bigglesby.
Me again?
Yep.
Let's get this guy with a ray of frost.
All right, do it.
Were there any other zombies in there? Or just the one? Oh,
Just this one as of now.
9.
That hits.
Oh, love this guy.
Rolled a 2. 6 damage.
Okay. Ryan.
We are going to shoot with sharpshooter.
Okay, so yeah.
We're at advantage, right?
Oh, good call. Yeah.
Miss. Roll 2 4s.
Oh,
Well, that might still hit. You only need a
what?
9.
Oh wait, it's +7. Sorry. 5 + 7.
Yeah, so you hit.
Oh, but -5. That's why.
Oh yeah, because you minus to do the extra damage.
Yeah. That's why it's not
Okay.
gonna hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Nope, you missed.
So it'd
Ryan
be a 7 total. Is my
not
highest.
quite. It,
Yeah,
it
okay.
just like sails right past its head. All
Sorry,
right, Oscar.
guys, I don't know my own strength. My newfound glory.
He used to be way better at hitting stuff.
It's these fucking drow eyes.
I agree. I can't do anything right now.
I wish it was a dragon.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
It transforms into it.
My true form revealed.
Damn it. I'll end my turn there.
Okay, Oscar.
All right. Yep. Just attacking.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll do.
Get some, Oscar.
All right. Max damage for 9.
Nice. Okay.
Actually, hold on. Wait. I'm sorry. It's more than that. It's a lot more than that. 8, 9 plus. It's 13.
Woo.
13 slashing.
Okay,
That
so
is
it definitely
better.
is not gonna. Oh, it could. No, it does not. Yeah, so you just like kind of get mad that you kind of barely hit it the first time, and you just swing super hard, and this time you take its head clean off. Yeah. And then that zombie falls to the ground and is dead.
Woo.
Take that, zombie.
So yeah, you know that there are a couple other rooms.
Do we hear anything
Perception.
from said rooms? 14 plus 3, so 17.
Okay, with all this commotion, you do start to hear that there's definitely some other commotions in the rooms.
Is anyone in there?
And you hear some like movement behind the doors and maybe some shuffling of feet.
Oscar's gonna turn and look back there too and go,
Zombies. There's more. Yep.
Let's get them, boys. Can we draw them out?
It might take a while with all the webs.
Fresh meat. We're here. Come get us.
Ryan will grab his scimitars and happily start heading toward the door.
Okay, which one? So there are 2 doors, the one on the towards the north and one towards the south.
Oh, good call. And
I'm
we're
assuming
at
we're at the south position right now. Is that correct? Or
Well, you went into the door that has the little you went in this door.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay, yeah,
yeah.
cool, cool.
And then
so-
there a zombie came from the ladder, and then another one from down this hallway.
Okay.
So you turned and you're going down this hallway. So I guess
Oh, okay. I wasn't actually
Oh, the
in
webs
the
are still
room.
there though.
Yeah.
yeah. So I guess if you're gonna go, Ryan, you got to make the strength or the
Dex.
deck save.
But we could just wait for them to.
Yeah, you could just wait for it to be gone. It's up to you.
I mean, I could also stop concentrating on it, but. Just saying.
Yeah,
up to you.
Oscar was trying to lure them out, just have them kind of slowly have them come to the door, but I guess we could just end it and go in.
I like it. I like. We'll just wait for them to come to the door.
Cool. Yeah,
All
we can
right.
wait.
Okay. As you wait, you do hear some like thumping against the north door, and you realize that it's shut.
Oh.
And then in the south, you see one more zombie kind of like come out and start making its way downtown. And then it will do its dex save attempt.
I guess while we're waiting, Oscar's gonna pull out a deck of cards and be like, "Anybody down for some poker?" Get a few
Maybe
hands.
some 3 dragon ante.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it definitely it gets stuck on the edge of the web. So it is stuck
At the
in the
door?
hallway. Like it comes out of the
Not
door.
quite to the door yet. Right?
Yeah, I don't think because it's a 20-foot. Is it a 20-foot cube?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
So I
correct.
guess it would be all the way down there. Yeah, in the hallway. So yeah, it's right in the hallway, stuck at the end.
I bet 1 silver.
All in.
I'll ante up. What are you all in with?
3 dragons.
Oh, come, Bigglesby! We're just trying to kill time here. I'm not trying to bankrupt myself.
No, okay. I'll call.
I'll call 1 silver as well.
You guys just want to roll a d20 and see who gets the highest and wins all 3 silvers?
Absolutely.
All right, cool. Straight rolls, no mods.
How about deception?
Winner takes all. I
Well,
mean,
it's gonna
I
be
guess
me
you
with
could,
a 5.
Bluff.
That one's cocked. 8. Ha ha!
5.
Ugh,
Ah!
my hand is shit.
That's right. Give me your silver, boys.
He's like
No.
smiling, but he like flicks it to him.
But I was even cheating.
Why would you admit that?
Oh my god.
You think that's enough time to have this zombie get to the door to the door frame?
Oh yeah, it already got stuck.
Again? At the door?
It got stuck in because the webs are just in the hallway. I said it got stuck at the edge of the end of the hallway. Oh, you mean
Yeah,
because you're not-
while we're betting and killing time. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm
Okay,
waiting
yeah,
for-
sure. It gets to the doorway.
Ah!
I'm
I
so
guess
startled
Bigglesby
right
goes
now.
first. Yeah.
Yeah, Bigglesby, go ahead.
Ray of Frost.
All right.
26.
Yep.
Just hits.
7 points of damage.
This is
Okay.
an epic level zombie.
Yeah, right.
AC
All right.
25.
Ryan.
200 hit points.
I could be a dick and add armor because they have like soldier armor on, but I
It's
won't.
true.
Yeah, good call. He'll pull the bow back out. It's gonna be a 19 to hit.
Okay,
So
it
we'll
hits.
roll damage. That's gonna be 11.
All right, and then Oscar.
Just gonna take a slash at this biatch.
He'll finish it off.
Oh, do I get advantage or not?
It is stuck.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I guess I didn't think about that.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay.
It's another max damage for 13 slashing.
Let's go.
Okay. It 13. Well, I didn't realize since you're in melee range, you do have to make a con save
Okay.
for the puff of smoke that came out.
Oh boy, that's not good. That's a 7.
Okay, so you would have disadvantage, but let's not worry about it. On stuff for 1 minute. But he actually so you make a similar slash as if you're gonna decapitate it, and then you like get that breath of smoke, and your sword kind of cleaves most of the way through, but the zombie is still alive and snarling at you.
I got the cordyceps. It got me, guys.
No.
And then it's gonna try and slam you back. It's gonna hit because what's your AC?
18.
It's still on the webs, right?
Oh, disadvantage. Good call.
Well, I roll first to see.
Go on and slam if you wanna jam the zombies in the door frame.
Well, I'll use the first. I'll just go in order. So it does break free, but then it misses its attack.
Huzzah!
Okay. Bigglesby.
Ray of Frost.
All right.
17.
Definitely hits.
4 damage.
Oh no.
Is Oscar extra cordyceps?
It gets frosty, but for some reason this zombie is pretty hardy and it doesn't go down.
No.
All right, Ryan.
This is epic level zombie.
It is epic level zombie. 21.
Ooh.
Do it.
Let's get a kill. 11
plus
total.
Okay, this time it goes down. You're like, oh no, this one's not going down, and you're just like getting ready to keep like just Legolas style barrage of arrows.
Right.
But like that one kind of like it hits it and almost like Scary Movie style, like it kind of goes, and then just like and then it falls down.
Cool.
Just for the sake of time, do we want to just say the others are lured out?
Sure.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So there are 2 more zombies. And we'll do some strength saves. Dexterity, fail and fail. So it doesn't matter. They both fail. Okay, you got 2 to go.
They're stuck like around the door.
Yeah, let's just say they're stuck around the door,
Cool.
unless you want to do another round of silver.
I mean,
it could.
You could do another one.
Ryan puts out 2 silver.
Oh, big spender.
I see you. 16.
12.
9.
I'm going to the casino when we get back, boys.
You'll have to teach me how to play this game better one day.
I have no earthly idea what I'm doing.
But I'm good at this game.
They're back.
Oh, zombies. Okay.
What's funny is, ironically, as you say, as you're finishing up your round of gambling, the next zombie looks like a soldier, but like you could see that the tunic moldered to the point where you could see it was wearing this a necklace of a jack of lightning bolts card on a necklace. So you're like, all right, we got this. Like, we got a lucky necklace of a card around its neck here.
I love that.
And then another one pushing in behind it. But yeah, so there's one in the doorway for Bigglesby. Bigglesby do what he wants. Yep.
And are they restrained by the web?
Yes.
All right. I will Ray of Frost. 14.
Yep.
2 damage.
Okay. All right. Ryan.
Sharpshooter invoked.
Okay, and you get advantage, yeah.
Cool.
Oh
yeah. 19 plus 7 minus 5, so that hits.
Yes, it does.
So damage, of course, we roll minimum damage, so 14 total.
Okay.
God, could have been so much better. End of my turn.
All right, Oscar.
Yeah. This one's caught in the webs.
Yes.
12 plus 7, 19.
Definitely.
That's gonna be 9 slashing damage.
Okay. And that is able to down that zombie.
Yeah.
Woo!
And then
Got
there's
this
one
done
more
to a
pushing
science,
through.
boys.
One more pushing through. And that one is going, well, it's restrained, but it tries to reach for you, but can't quite get there. So go ahead, Bigglesby.
Restrained again still?
Yes, this one is restrained still.
Ray of Frost. 14.
Yep.
4 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sharpshooter. 17 with sharpshooter.
Okay.
15 total damage.
Wow. All right,
Wow.
Oscar.
Wow.
Okay, that'll hit. Damage. That's 6 plus 7 plus 11. 11 slashing.
And that one goes down too.
Oh, look, like clockwork, dude. We got this down.
Yep. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Go back from whence you came.
All right.
You shall not.
Stand in the doorway.
I'll go ahead
Stand
and,
up.
and drop concentration on the web.
Gentlemen, after you.
Fine. Thank you. And then I'll walk in and check the door to the north. I guess is open or closed still, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll open that door.
Okay. You see inside 2 double bunks, and 3 double bunks in the south one, just because you can see it. And so really you just see it was very bare, and even though it was quartered, it was almost like you can tell it was almost like a fire station where, like, because it was such a small town, it wasn't like they were quartered here forever. So it was like
Yeah.
there's not really anything for possessions wise. So it's what's really funny is this is one of the few buildings that has no treasure in it. So you just did all that for nothing.
Just for
Experience.
funsies.
Just for practice.
We're all level 5 now.
Yeah, get that sweet zombie
We
experience.
killed the zombie king, everyone.
I honestly would have thought about giving you some loot if you hadn't just gotten like thousands of gold pieces from
Yeah.
Dragon Loot.
I guess that's
so-
true, yeah.
I guess that's fair.
Okay, first of
Oh.
all, we didn't get thousands. I got 150 gold.
Well, I'm saying with the dragon, you got quite a bit of gold value split amongst the party, but yeah.
Yeah, there's about to be some sweet shit if we can find a blacksmith who can handle it.
Hopefully, man. Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. And then so next time what we'll do, because yeah, I think I gotta call it.
That's
Perfect
cool.
timing, yeah.
Rather than start this town role play. Sorry, Eric.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
But we will. Yeah, maybe I'll have
Actually,
some fun.
Can
ahead.
you drop a share screen real fast?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I just want to
Okay.
make sure that we can see our beautiful faces first of all, and then just get a lineup for what we need to accomplish next time. So, Droop's
So y'all have-
funeral.
Droop's
Yep.
funeral.
Droop's funeral. We have to do that. Orion, if you're cool with it, the plan was to head back to town, I think. Also, I guess we
Great.
should check with Braun too to make sure that's okay.
What was the real quick recap of blood harvesting and anything else?
Oh,
when I
yeah.
left?
So, 500 gold pieces worth of scales, 6 claws and 3 teeth,
Sick.
1 dragon head. I was able to cleave off the whole thing, so we'll see what becomes of that.
Dope.
And then 2 like units of blood, whatever that equates to.
Yeah. Sick.
That's what we got out of it.
That's pretty wild. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite a bit. Quite a bit.
So yeah, we got roleplay Droop's funeral. Head back to town as long as Bro is cool with it, and then I think that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Head to the next place after town.
Yeah, figure out what we're
hopefully
doing.
We get to Wave Echo.
Oh, we have to role play how.
Yeah, that's it too. Yes,
the
thank
telephone
you.
game
We
of
did
the
forget that.
cavern.
Yeah, telephone
Yeah.
game to make sure you know how to get to Wave Echo Cave,
Mhm.
and then hopefully maybe games with the whole group next time in the town before we go to either Cragmore or just straight to Wave Echo Cave.
Yeah.
That was great.
All right, cool. Well, thank. I know
Awesome.
it's kind of abbreviated, but thank you, Jay. This was actually
Yeah.
very, very fun. So,
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
I'm glad.
great
Sorry,
way to spend
I hope
the
it
night.
wasn't.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
lost him.
Oh, how
there he
fitting.
goes. There he is. Yeah, he's back.
Too tired to even finish a sentence.
That
Froze.
Yeah.
No,
Cool.
you need housekeeping episodes every once in a while, so that this actually worked out
Yeah.
pretty well. We'll go ahead and stop the recording here. So we'll see you guys on the YouTubes.
Cool.
Deuce.